Many times in this Christian life, it's not the things we do that stops us from getting our blessing, but the things that we ignore or fail to do is what stops us from achieving what God has sent our way. It's time for us to stop pointing fingers at each other or accusing something for our actions. God will not leave us without the blessing we have been praying for, especially if we are prepared. And if we then are saying that we are prepared, why can't we still receive the blessing? It's because of our character, or because we are sometimes insensitive to perceive the blessing. Sometimes what we are praying for is staring right in front of us, and God is trying to use many signs to help us recognize the blessing. But we are often distracted by something or someone, or we are insensitive to perceive things. One of the ways we stop our blessings from coming our way is our character. Yes, your character. Inasmuch as God so desires to bless you and give you the right person to love you, you must also realize that your character will play a big role in keeping the blessing. Many people have been with a good someone and have lost the person just because of a bad character. When we speak about character, a lot of us get very defensive. We begin to say, "Don't judge me," or "That's how I am." But the truth is that you are not supposed to remain who you were after you give your life to Christ. You are supposed to press towards being like Christ. There should be a pursuit for the Christ kind of life and to be the best version of yourself. Each of us have something that we need to work on. And the best thing to do is not to act perfect or defensive, but to seek a change with the Holy Spirit. When God sends a person, they don't only get attracted to your physical looks, but also to your character. Your physical looks may bring them, but it's your character that will keep them. As true believers, we are to constantly renew our minds from our old way of thinking. We are to allow the character of the Spirit be expressed through us. Don't hold on to your old way of doing things. When the Holy Spirit enters into a believer, he expresses his fruit through the believer. But if that believer doesn't submit to him, it will be difficult for him to express his character through him. Think about how many good people have come your way, or how many people will God still send, and think about how your character stopped them from taking things to the next level. Listen, if you are not willing to change that character, then you are not prepared to receive or accept God's blessing. How you were before is not important. Who you need to become is what is important. Learn to be nice to people. Learn to forgive and don't hold grudge with people. Don't allow pride and self-centeredness have the better part of you. If all your exes have complained about something or some kind of character, then it will be wise for you to work on it. Take actions to change a wrong habit. Even if that's how you've been, you need to adjust. You have to make some adjustment for the person God is sending your way. Another way we actually stop our blessing is when we get overly familiar with the person God has sent our way. Over familiarity can make a God-sent spouse stay as a friend, and never advance to the next level. Many people get too casual with their relationship that they don't even know when to be serious in one or not. If you get too common with the person God has sent your way, you will not be sensitive enough to see the person the right way to take things to the next level. Over familiarity have ruined a lot of homes and even relationships. When we get too common with a person, we lose the sight to see the value of the person. That person you are becoming over familiar with can be the person God is sending your way. You may be blind to their true value and what they can offer, and that is because you have made common what God has sent your way. Another vital way we stop our blessing is by holding on to the past. When we hold on to the past and old mistakes and moments, we may lose sight of what God is presenting right in front of us. I know you may have had a bad past experience, and that has scared your mind on relationship, but the experience was supposed to be a lesson. God knows how to turn a bad past into a bright future. He doesn't want you to dwell on what happened, but in what is happening. You can delay or even stop the right person when you always compare them to someone that caused you pain. Learn to give each person a chance to bring out the best in them that God had kept. Some people won't go into a new relationship because they are scared. What if the same thing repeats itself? But the truth is that if you really learned your lesson from the past, then you will not have a problem in your next relationship because you will be wiser and smarter. The fear of not being loved is a common thing I see amongst many people. They are scared if they will love them well in return, if they will give their all. Listen, if God sends someone your way, they will love you as much as you love them. They will love you and satisfy your love craving. Stop holding on to a past good memory when you can have a better present memory with someone in front of you. What you had before is nothing compared with what is to come, if only you will give them a chance. God is sending someone your way, but the question is, will you give them a chance to love you right? Will you let go of your past and look towards what is staring at you? Can you let go of a good relationship for a better one? Can you forgive your ex and move on so that the right person can find you? You know, so many people haven't healed from their last relationship for one reason or the other. The truth is that you are the one currently stopping your blessing because bitterness is lying in your heart, and I understand that it was painful. But it has happened, and you can't continue to beat yourself over an event that happened months and years ago. You are more than your past mistake. You are a child of God, and you deserve better. Speak to God and pour out your pain to Him and leave it with Him. It's time to let go of the load that you were carrying